What's going on, guys? My name is Wade with Tech Daily. So this is the LG G7 ThinQ, and stupid name aside, this is a really good phone. I've had mine for about the last 45 days, and I honestly have zero complaints. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know I'm sort of a closet LG fan. Last year, I praised the G6 as the best phone that no one would buy, and I think I need to give that title to the G7 once again this year. LG makes solid smartphones, and anyone who does buy this device is going to be more than happy with it. But there's a combination of factors that continue to hurt LG as a brand, and that ultimately means far fewer sales than LG deserves. On its own, the G7 checks all the necessary boxes that allow it to be called a proper flagship device, with a few special bonus features that not only differentiate it in a crowded market space, but which also tend to go unnoticed by the masses. It's a phone that looks and feels very premium. It's super lightweight, but at the same time still retains a fantastic all-glass design that is definitely the standard for 2018. It has a fantastic display, notch and all, that yes, technically isn't as amazing as a couple other phones, but a vast majority of people wouldn't be able to tell the difference anyway. The IPS panel is bold with good color accuracy, and LG says that sticking with this panel allowed them to introduce a new super bright mode, a totally unique feature that allows you to boost the screen brightness beyond its maximum for a few minutes, which is especially helpful outside. And you'll just have to take my word for it because the camera doesn't do it justice. It is ridiculously bright. It also packs all the proper specs that allow it to have a silky smooth user experience. I mean, sure, it packs only 6 GB of RAM while other phones ship with 8, but seriously, nobody even utilizes 8 gigs of RAM on a smartphone right now anyways. I'll still admit though that LG's Android UI is special. Obviously, this isn't the device for the Android purist. It's not like it's god-awful, it's totally fine. It's just not that Pixel or even Samsung experience out of the box that I know a lot of people prefer. Another feature unique to the G7 is that wide-angle camera. Sure, the rear camera as a whole isn't necessarily a top 5 shooter, and the front camera probably isn't even on a top 10 list, but you have no idea how unbelievably useful a wide-angle lens is until you start using it. I hope LG continues to stick with this camera setup because capturing nearly an entire cityscape with one click like this is pretty cool. On the topic of the camera, the whole ThinQ name sort of revolves around LG's AI in the camera app, and I did do an entire video dedicated to this feature, which I'll link in a card on screen, but let's just say that it isn't the groundbreaking feature LG wants it to be, and branding the entire device with that ThinQ artificial intelligence name is a stretch to say the least. While the AI might fall flat, one other special area of this smartphone that I'm surprised LG doesn't talk more about is with its audio. In a world of dongles, LG continues to retain the headphone jack, and that's a big plus by itself, but LG goes above and beyond by offering hi-fi audio through a quad DAC, and basically what that means is you can plug in a premium pair of professional headphones directly into this phone and get a listening experience that no other device even comes close to offering. And beyond that, LG also created a unique external speaker setup. When you place the phone on a hard flat surface, the entire chassis acts as an echo chamber, blasting the audio louder and clearer than pretty much any other phone. And for the average consumer, these audio features could be a decent selling point. The phone even retains a rear fingerprint sensor just for the heck of it, and with all that, it's safe to say that there really isn't anything that this device lacks. It's a premium phone with premium specs, it has excellent battery life, and all the top-notch features. The main problem here isn't with the device itself at all. It's simply with LG. Their product cycle is off, for one. They launch phones in between other flagship devices, like the iPhone and S9, so everybody already has the next new phone by the time these come out. LG also prices their devices a little too high, and the company makes up for that by offering a ton of buy one, get one free offers. But that ultimately ends up just killing the value of the phone, since people just resell the extra ones. You can get this device, a 2-month-old flagship, for basically half off on places like Swappa and eBay, and that's insane. That doesn't happen happened with the iPhone or even the Samsung phones. And sure, you could also argue that LG's boot loop episode with the previous phones have left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. But given that the last few devices have been solid, I think it's time we finally get past that. All in all though, I am a huge fan of the G7 as a device by itself. I just wish LG straightened things up a bit as a company. I think they have a good product that tends to go unnoticed, and it's kind of their fault in the end. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know what you guys think of the G7 in the comments below. Also, be sure to follow Tech Daily on Twitter and subscribe to the Tech Daily YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.